Okay, so here I have another score sheet that I'm going to go through with you, test score sheet. So if we go to the top, you can see that there's one grade 2 there for rules and checks. Remember, you've got to get at least 3 questions wrong in order to get a grade 2 fault. Also make sure that your doors are closed before you start driving, that your seat belt, steering are all in the correct position, and that your mirrors are correctly positioned before you start driving. Position on bends. I don't know, were you too close? Were you too far away? I see you've got also 3 grade 2s for position turning left. Remember, turning left, you've got to be as close as feasibly possible to the left-hand side whilst making the turn and on completing the turn. So I would imagine that the fact you got another 1 grade 2 on bends, you possibly took them too wide. The other thing you possibly could have done is hit the curb, or maybe not used a filter lane when turning left. Reaction to hazards. Okay, 1 grade 2. That means that you haven't reacted properly and promptly to something that happened ahead. Remember that when you're looking ahead on a driving test, or any time when you're driving, you have to anticipate what could possibly happen. So if something is happening ahead, it's probably a good idea just to tap the brake, just wait till whatever's happening ahead has cleared or finished, and then you can start moving on again. But you have to react to everything that happens ahead of you. It could have been parked vehicles, it could have been pedestrians, cyclists, it could have been anything, but it's something that happened ahead of you that you did not react properly and promptly to. Clearance cyclists. Remember, when you pass cyclists, you've got to give at least 1.5 meters clearance. So I would imagine in this case that you passed a cyclist and you didn't give that clearance when you could have. Progress on the straight. Progress on the straight, 1 grade 2. This usually means that you didn't build up to the speed of the road that you were on when it was safe and possible to do so. So remember that it's important not to go too fast, but it's also very important to build up to the speed of the road that you're on, if it's safe and possible to do so. And I see you have another grade 2 there for progress on roundabouts. So I would say that in this case, again, you didn't move and take your opportunity to join the roundabout when you could have. You could have been on the roundabout driving too slow. But remember, when you're on roundabouts, you've got to drive at the flow of the other traffic on the roundabout. Where are we? Vehicle controls, clutch. Okay, not sure what happened to you. You've 1 grade 2. Sometimes people rest their foot on the clutch. Sometimes people hold in the clutch too long. Sometimes people try to change gears without using the clutch. I see you have another grade 2 there for gears. So maybe you just weren't using the correct gear or using the gears properly. And then finally, we have 1 grade 2 for competency on the reverse and 1 grade 2 for competency on the turnabout. This means that the tester deemed that you did not complete those 2 maneuvers competently, exactly what it says. And, that could have been a number of things. It could have been that you did it too slow, you could have hit the curb,